Okay, you have a business, you have a product, but where are the people? Where's my tribe? Where's my posse, right? We're gonna talk about that today because it is so important that you get super crystal clear on what you offer, who you serve, and you start attracting them to you. So in this episode, we are going to talk about how to know your vibe and attract your tribe. Okay, I used to struggle with this hardcore thinking, okay, what do you mean, who do I serve and where do I find them? I know they're on social media, but where exactly are they hanging out? Can someone please throw me a bone? And it can be really confusing because maybe there's a lot of different things that you're interested in creating offers around, but they're not all necessarily in the same niche market, and you feel a little all over the place, right? Here's the thing, you gotta pick a lane, you gotta stay in it, and if you pivot later on, that's totally cool, but you really have to get clear on who it is you help and how you help them. So tip number one, this all starts with creating self-awareness. Look, I know people love talking about writing out your avatar and putting their personality in. I totally get it, okay? Here, let me make this really easy for you, okay? Your avatar is a lot like you. Done. There, I said it. So I know that we can have a whole spread out day of like really brainstorming what magazines they read and where do they shop and all this stuff. Yeah, you can do that, but if you just talk about the things, like if you like reading a certain magazine and you talk about that, you're gonna attract people who like to read that same magazine. Okay, today I did a post because let me tell you how excited I am that the chestnut praline latte is back at Starbucks right now. Can we talk about it? And guess what? People who were so excited about the chestnut praline latte coming back came out of the woodwork and was commenting and sharing their enthusiasm and how much they love it. And some people get half pumps and some people add extra and then they put the whipped cream, right? We were able to get in conversation about this because we have a common interest. So if you just talk about things that you love, that you like, your avatar is going to come crawling out of the woodworks. So we need to create some self-awareness so we can actually talk about the things that we love. Are we happy? Are we joyful? Are we negative? Are we a pessimist? Are we, creative? Do we love chestnut praline lattes? What do you like? What magazines do you read? Talk about those things because you're going to attract people that are a lot like you. Now, keep in mind, you want to really be aware of the negative stuff because you will attract people that are negative if you're negative. You know what I'm saying? All right, tip two. What problems do you solve for your tribe? Look, people are going to connect with you for a lot of different reasons, but ultimately they need to know what you're the go-to for, okay? So people know I'm a mom, they know I'm a wife, they know I'm a Christian, they know I'm a singer, they know that I love coffee. They know all these things about me, and if you put yourself out there, they're gonna know all these things about you, but ultimately they need to know what you're the go-to for. They need to know what problem of theirs do you ultimately solve. If you are not clear on this, you're going to have a very hard time attracting your tribe. So I want to encourage you to get crystal clear on how you help people. Pick a lane, stay in it. After a while, if you're like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling this, sure, you can pivot, but it's important that you become the go-to for something specific. You don't want to be the jack of all trades, master of none. It's not a good look. It's not a good strategy, and it's going to make you very confused. It's going to make your tribe really confused. Therefore, you're probably not going to build one. Now, I, as a songwriter, tend to like to be cheeky and clever in like the way that I communicate with my audience, but let me just let you in on a little secret, okay? Clarity trumps all. You need to be crystal clear, very to the point in how you help and serve people. If you're trying to be clever, if you're trying to be cheeky, that's cute, but honestly, people are gonna scratch their heads going, so, okay, wait, what do you do exactly? Look, if you're trying to catch a mouse, you're gonna put out some cheese, right? Now, granted, we don't wanna turn all of our tribes and loyals into actual victims here. We want to attract them towards us, so we want to give them what they're looking for. So we wanna solve their problems, create solutions to their challenges, and really do some due diligence in looking into what do they struggle with most and how can I provide for that. So what kind of results are you looking to help your audience get? Is it losing weight? Is it helping them to be able to afford to travel more frequently? Are you helping them with a specific, strategy or a solution? Maybe they want to become a really good copywriter, or maybe they want to learn to style people virtually. Whatever that is, you need to know how you help them solve their problems, and they need to know that you're the go-to for that thing. Okay, tip number 3, this is awesome. Which leaders do you see out there crushing it, thinking, oh my gosh, they have my dream tribe. They've built this amazing audience that I wish I had. They're out there. Maybe you're thinking, I don't know, I have never really thought about that. True story, there are leaders out there who are dominating in a space that you probably want to tap into, and you can go connect with those leaders, get inside, involved in their communities, start connecting and networking and offering guidance and your tips and your expertise. Let me tell you something, as someone who actually runs a community, it's really awesome to have other people in there to contribute and create content and provide insight and engage with the others that are inside of that community. We want to create culture, we want to create community, and there's no other way to do that than for other people like yourself to come inside of those groups and get involved. And look, no one's gonna think, oh my gosh, this person's in here trying to steal all my people. No, you wanna do this ethically, and you wanna go in there and literally just meet new people and network and answer questions and contribute to conversation. This is going to create more awareness about you and who you are, and some of the people in these other communities may really be looking for you. This is how we all help make our beautiful world online go round. And here's the reality, we're the average of the 5 people that we spend most of our time with, right? So what leaders, what friends, what collaborators are out there that you should be connecting with so that you can not only build strong relationships with them, but also within their community and their networks? And really think about it. If you had a day where you could sit with 5 leaders at a round table and ask them anything you wanted to, and you wanted to pick their brains, who would those people be? More than likely, those are people that hold the audience that you would probably want to start connecting with. And here's a little bonus tip for you. Study them. Study what they do. Study how they interact with their groups. Study their emails that they write, if they've written books, if they have a podcast, if they have a blog. Go there and start studying, because they're obviously doing something right, and you want to start being a student of these leaders who are dominating in a space that you wish to start dominating in. Okay, so I'm curious. Comment below, what are 3 qualities you look for when it comes to building out your tribe? All right, tip number 4, we have got to start talking in our audience's language. If you're trying to attract a certain demographic, a certain age group, we need to be speaking the language of that demographic or age group. You know what I'm saying? I know there's all kinds of jargon out there, like crush it and hustle and boss babes and all this stuff, but you need to really speak to your audience so they resonate with you. Let me give you an example. One of my favorite places to go is local to me. It's called Phil's Coffee, and it's right by a college campus. So as you can see, the sign that's inside of their actual coffee shop says, hang tight, we're gonna be with you in a moment kind of vibe. It's speaking to the audience and to the customers that they know that are gonna be coming into the coffee shop, which are mostly college students. Okay, number 5, polarize. What does this mean? This means you stand for something or you fall for everything. It's so crucial that you learn to really speak your mind and do it in a way that makes sense to your morals, your values, your beliefs, the things that you actually, stand for. And you can't worry about people not following you. You always are going to have people that are going to be attracted to you, but in attraction, you're also going to repel certain people. If you look at someone like Gary Vaynerchuk, who's a major influencer, typically people really, really love him, or they're like, he cusses too much. I'm not really a fan of all the grind it out nonstop 24/7, right? People either love it or they don't, and that's okay. He's only doing what he knows, what he believes in, what he stands for, and he's going to attract a certain audience from that. But if you try to appease to everybody and be vanilla, it's really hard for you to stand out above the crowd, and it's going to be really hard for the people who really believe in the same things that you do to find you because you're trying to blend in. Now, lastly, tip 6, we need to figure out where your tribe is hanging out. Now, we already talked about the fact that they may be hanging out with other leaders that you follow and you're like, oh man, they have such an awesome audience and I know some of these people would totally resonate with what I talk about and how I can help them. But they might be hanging out on other social media platforms, in other interactive groups, or they might even be searchable by hashtags. So think about, is there another platform you should be on to really start attracting your tribe other than the one that you maybe are focusing on now? I always say focus on 1 to 2, and I highly suggest having one of those be a social media platform and another being a search engine platform like YouTube or Pinterest. Because in the beginning, people may not be looking for you because they don't know you exist, but they might be looking for the content that you're actually creating. So when they search out that content, they will find you if you are using a search engine. So yes, you need to do some due diligence. You need to collect some data, do a little bit of research, but I have to tell you, in the long run, you're going to be so crystal clear on who you are, who you're looking to attract, how you help people, how you serve them, where to find them, and you're going to start building an amazing tribe. Now, I definitely want to invite you to dive deeper with me inside of a mini training series I created called Know Your Vibe, Attract Your Tribe, where I'm going to take you step by step through these processes and show you my screen, show you how you can actually start connecting and communicating with people that are actually waiting for you to show up. It's a very short, easy to process training, and you can check it out in the description below. I encourage you to go through it in its entirety. You could probably do it within an afternoon. It's really that easy, but it will get you on the fast path to going out there and getting very clear on who you are, how you serve people, and start attracting a loyal tribe. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love being able to pour into you on a weekly basis and just share with you things that have worked really well for me, for my clients, and I know they can work really well for you too as long as you watch and apply. And if you haven't already, I want to invite you to subscribe below so you don't miss any future videos, because I love sharing all my secrets with you. And you can always leave a comment. I love to hear your thoughts and feedback and anything that you're looking to learn. I'm always taking special requests. Until next time, have a blessed day.